Hello everyone and welcome back into another video. Today we're playing Warframe and I'm going to showcase my Gauss build because it's different than the usual, stack duration or spam your 3 build. This is more of a, spam your 3, but you can also kill level 3000 enemies in Steel Path Cascade kind of build. So yeah, pretty cool. The build is very endgame. I'm just gonna say that right now, so don't be scared. I do have 5 Tau 4 Archon Shards. All of them have duration, but you only need the normal red shards with duration. The difference is it's only 25%, that will put you at 178% duration, and that's only an 8-second loss for your kinetic plating and red line. So, as you can see, nothing crazy. So just get your shards and eventually upgrade them. Now, if you don't know how Gauss works, let's go through that very fast. You have a passive, which is the meter you see on the bottom right of the screen. That's your battery, and that will basically make all your abilities just better. So, I'm moving around and the battery, as you can see, it's charging. That's how you charge your battery. It's not the only way. You can also use your first ability, Macrush, to charge the battery. And your 3 has also some synergy with it because you can hold the ability that deals high hit damage around you and it does decrease the battery level. And you can press the ability, just tap the ability to increase the battery level and deal cold instead. Okay, so Macrush allows you to move around very fast. If you slam into something, deals an explosion, and if you slam into someone, it just knocks them down. Plus, if you have kinetic plating, which is your second ability active, and you slam into a wall, the explosion does also apply slash, which amazing is not, but it is something. Kinetic plating is your second ability, and that reduces the damage you take. It is not all kind of damage, it's only... it's physical, heat, cold, and blast. It's like a bunch of damage types. And this also prevents any staggering knockdowns. And also transforms a bit of the damage you take into energy. So all of that. Physical, if you're wondering, is slash, impact, and puncture. So all of that. Now, I'm gonna skip the third ability at the moment. Just know that it deals cold when you tap and heat when you hold. And go into red line, which is the fourth ability instead for now. So red line, whenever you activate it, it will overcharge your battery. What does that mean? You can now go above the red line, that's the marker in your battery. Whenever you're above the battery's red line, you will start increasing that percentage meter. The percentage meter is there for one reason only. You need to reach 100% and the battery will stop draining. Because if I stand still, the battery level is draining, as you can see. But 100% it does stop, will only go up and it cannot go down anymore. That is because whenever your kinetic plating is active and you take enemy fire, that will reduce the battery level. Or as we saw before, if we hold the thermal standard ability, your third ability, that also drains battery level. So that's why you want to reach 100%. Now, third ability has a bunch of mechanics, so that's why I skipped it. First of all, yes, the tap and hold that I explained, that's cold and heat. But it does also create a ring, like both of them create a ring on the field that deals very small amount of damage, like that is not even damage, okay? So don't even consider that. Plus, if I do the hold version and tap version in this order, I will group up enemies. So there's that. And vice versa, if I do hold and then hit, I displace them. So there we go. There is that. It's a very niche mechanic and not that important, but I wanted to mention it either way. Now, what makes this ability that good is when you go into red line. Whenever you are into red line, other than just dealing more damage, it allows for the ability to just be completely stupid. Why? First of all, you can ship armor when the battery level is overcharged. So if I were to do, for example, hold and then tap, I'm going to armor ship them. My battery level wasn't fully charged, so that's why I didn't complete the armor ship in the first on the first cast. So I do it again. As you saw, only 2 ability casts are armor shipped. Doesn't matter in which order you do that. If you do tap and hold, or vice versa, it will still work. The ability is so strong because it does not just armor ship the enemy whenever you do both versions, it does also deal damage. How much damage? This much damage. And that becomes even better whenever you consider that you don't have to apply those status effects, either heat or cold, with your abilities. You can also do that with your weapons. So, if I were to prime an enemy with my weapon, in this case, the Furious Incarnon, with a bunch of hit procs, 20 in this case, that deals more damage. And as you can imagine, if we go back into the old red line and start charging the ability, that's why I'm spamming. You can also use your 3, doesn't really matter. Also your 3, the more you cast it, the easier it is to freeze enemies, which is okay, I guess. You only need to do it once whenever your red line is active, but twice if it is not active, so there's that. But yeah, if I do this and do that, yeah, enemies do not like taking millions of damage usually, and they explode. You can also stack like a bunch of fire with your ability, which will basically double the amount of fire damage they are taking, and then just detonate it by pressing the cold version. Isn't that completely insane? Isn't that, I don't know, like amazing? Doesn't that give you like endorphins and make your brain all tingly? Because it does for me, and I love it. So yeah, the playstyle is gonna be basically that. You just turn around, you charge your battery level, you make your percentage go up to 100%, and then you do dumb stuff. So what is the build? The build, other than using those shards, it's weird. It is weird because, first of all, your aura and Exodus can be whatever, we don't care. Arcanes, I went for Molt Augmented and Steadfast. Augmented because Power Strength does increase the amount of damage that Thermal Thunder deals. So, since we are going to basically kill the whole map, getting 250 kills is very easy. Like, very easy. And that's 60% more Power Strength. So that's pretty nice. We also have a ton of range, thanks to Overextended and Archon Stretch. And Archon Stretch is there because we need a bit more energy recharge. We also have Prime Flow to increase the energy pool, Equilibrium, and Energy Nexus for more energy recharge. Steadfast is what makes everything a bit easier to deal with, because since we are gonna spam abilities a lot, we will be activating this 3 free abilities, Arcane, most of the time. It's not 100%, but it is powerful indeed. Now, I also have Prime Continuity for a bit more duration, and I suggest using this one instead of Narrow-Minded, because, yeah, we want range. The more range you have, the more enemies you will kill, and that's really cool, because the more enemies you kill, the more Equilibrium you can proc. Now, Archon Stretch, it does not work with our abilities, but we can use our Sentinel, which is Diriga in this case, that has Arc Coil and Electropulse, which will zap enemies and actually activate Arcane Stretch. We also have Mystic Bond. Basically, every time our Sentinel uses 5 abilities, we get a free ability cast as our Warframe, which is really cool. To reduce the ability cooldowns, we have Manifold Bones. Whenever we kill an enemy with 3 or more status effects, unique status effects means that they have to be different from each other, it does reduce the cooldown of the companion ability, in this case our Diriga, by 3 seconds. So, that is every time you kill an enemy with 3 status effects. Oh yeah, plus we also have Tenacious Bone, which is 120% more crit damage. To activate that, you need 50% or more crit chance on your Sentinel's weapon. I am just using Volclock with Point Strike and something else. Doesn't really matter what you use. So, when a Sentinel shoots at an enemy, which is not because it's bugged, sorry. Whenever it does shoot at an enemy, it does proc, as you can see, Archon Stretch up here. That's free energy for us, and we love that. Already, I am applying Viral and Electricity with my Sentinel. And whenever we do both casts of our abilities, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 status effects on our enemy. 3 most of the times. So yeah, reducing the ability cooldown for our Sentinel is quite easy. As for your weapons, primary and secondary can be mostly whatever. I do suggest using Furious though as your secondary because it can proc heat very, very fast. And that is insane. You can also add Cascadia Flare to the mix, and that's just stupid amount of damage for your Furies overall. Which, yeah, I think it's insane. If you're wondering, the Raven it is a good Raven, but you can just slap Orange Strike or whatever here. It doesn't really matter. It just deals so much damage even without the Raven. It doesn't really matter. Primary can be whatever. Melee of choice, I have 2 recommendations. Dual Ichor. Of course, because they are pretty nice for the fact that whenever you go into Incarnate form, you gain sprint speed and parkour speed, which helps with the whole battery building and makes moving around very nice. Or you can use the Praetos, which has the same kind of gimmick where you get sprint speed and parkour velocity. So there is that. Again, it doesn't really matter, you can use whatever you like. I just like those 2 options. Okay, last thing, I am using Madurai instead of Zenoric or anything else, because we don't need any armor strip, and Madurai is just nice because you can avoid sling around as much as you want, and I do enjoy moving around with my operator sometimes. Plus, it has 2 nice passive, which are whenever you avoid sling at least 2 times, that grants sling strength. That is 40% more ability strength for your Warframe. Plus, whenever you transference, so you do this, it grants power transfer. That is casting speed for your Warframe. Casting speed is a personal preference. I do like it because it makes casting everything else much easier. So even your 4, instead of taking forever, it casts very fast. Okay, that is pretty much the build summarized. As I said, you just go around and kill everything with your 3. And if there's something that is harder to kill, you just slam a billion hit procs on them and then detonate them with your 3. So yeah, that's the build. I am going to add as a showcase 10 minutes survival and steel path Greeneer. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more buildies. And yeah, have a great rest of the day. Bye.
Don't you dare say that I want it. Everything to fall apart when it's haunting me. 'Cause my only crime was hoping there is something more than this loneliness I feel. But no one makes me feel less alive. We're fighting
years, counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been staring at the sun in my eyes. I've been keeping on the run every night. But you're too far away to see the signs. So I'm staring at the sun till I'm dry. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed now. Full speed, got the pedal down. Full speed now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Full speed now. Full speed, got the pedal down. Full speed now. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You were fine all this time, I was inside out. Put my heart in your hands till it came back round. Didn't think that you'd fallen so deep. Didn't know that I had it in me. Guess my sanity breaks way too